See, here's another secret. Here's the reason why clients aren't buying from you right now. They've never heard of you. And if you think you're going to get business from clients who've never heard of you, you're sadly mistaken. It really is as simple as that.
Warning, the Renegade Recruiter is not for the soft, timid, or faint-hearted. If you need permission or seek approval from your mother, spouse, mates in the pub, or anyone else for that matter, this really isn't for you. If any of what you've heard puts you off in the slightest, I advise you not to listen any further. You've been warned. Prepare yourself for the no bullshit, zero fluff. Quick, dirty, and uncensored secrets for any serious recruitment, staffing, and search business owner who wants to earn more money with less work and fewer headaches, without having to kiss ass or bend over backwards to please anyone. He's a relentless and fearless renegade who will stop at nothing to reveal the harsh, unforgiving, and brutal truth about what it really takes to succeed in this business. He's a guy people love to hate and hate to love. It's your host, Terry Edwards. The Renegade Recruiter is unleashed.
And then you go to continuous improvement. I talked to them about going to the gym, and you don't go to the gym for a couple of days and go, right, that's it, I'm fit. You're continuously looking to improve. You're continuously learning. We've been doing this for years now, and we belong to a mastermind group, and I honestly say probably every week we learn something new. Every single week we're learning something new. And marketing, the concept of marketing itself isn't changing, but new things are coming on all the time. And it kind of, to be honest with you, it pisses me off sometimes when clients say to us, Terry, this has been fantastic. We've been working for 2 years. I've got it all now. One guy said to us, I get it now, Terry. Well, you'll never get it. Imagine, if you guys support a football team and the best player says, I'm the best player in the team, so I'm not going to go coaching him. I kind of get it now. There's nothing more you can teach me. If you're the supporter of that team, you're thinking, are you kidding me? Same applies to you. How much work do you put into continuous improvement? The growth never ever stops. How much time do you do attending? I was talking to Niall earlier. Niall's going to attend another training event a bit later. Is it later on this month, he said?
Next month.
Next month, yeah. How many of you others are doing that and they're continuously working with somebody to continuously improve? Because if you don't, guess what? The likes of Niall and those that are doing it, you're going to be left behind. There are no shortcuts, and they're constantly learning. Constantly learning.
Yeah, again, I mean, using the example we used earlier with the 3 ways to grow your business. Again, the temptation is to do it once. You increase by 30% once, then you stop. But again, it's about continuous improvement. Every element of your business you want to be looking at to continually improve. And yeah, like, so when's your learning going to stop? Are you going to come to an event like this and then think, oh, that's it now, I've came to the event, I've got this stuff, I'm never going to come again? We have elite members who have been with us over 12 months who will come into this event today to continuously learn, and they continuously in our elite group to learn. Again, you're never going to, even from today and the next 2 days, you're never going to, it's not all going to fully sink in. You need to be continuously looking at how can I improve every single element, every single area of your business all the time.
You talked to them about people and emails. Yeah, when you do your marketing, this applies to all of you, by the way, whether it's emails, whether it's direct mail, whether you're doing stuff on social media, you're gonna get criticism, gruesome. You're gonna have to become immune to criticism. People will complain. We're gonna encourage you to do some stuff in front of the camera. People will complain about the way you're dressed. They'll complain about your accent. Get over it. See, here's what you want to consider. If somebody complains about you, what's their motivation? Do they wish the best for you?
To stop you doing what you're doing.
Now, your friends and family will say, oh, I'm doing this to protect you. I'm not going to go into this now, but I would challenge them on that. Just be aware when you're getting that criticism. And don't look for a recognition from other people. All that matters, people say to us sometimes, you market too frequently. One guy says, I go onto LinkedIn, you're there, I go onto Facebook, you're there, you're doing this too frequently. That was his opinion. We have an attitude, if I want your opinion, I will pay for it. Otherwise, I really couldn't give 2 shits. I really couldn't. We did a webinar and the guy said, Ash, I think you were in the webinar, and he went, this webinar's lasting too long. You should do two 20-minute... Are you fucking kidding me? Drew's response was, well, why don't you leave?
Yeah.
Other people's opinion of you are none of your damn business. All that matters, so go back to the guy that says you're marketing too much and whatever, all that matters are the leads that you'll generate. You guys now, so you who've got consultants, your consultants will complain and criticise, oh, you can't do that, there's too much marketing here, we can't. Their opinion doesn't matter. All that matters are the results that you get. And I always say this to them, if you know a better way of us getting leads and growing the business, hey, share it with me. Otherwise, shut the fuck up, because I have no interest in what you have to say. It really is as simple as that. Their opinion doesn't matter. And at the end of the day, as the business owners, the buck stops with you. Your consultant's saying, oh, I don't think you should put a photograph on. I don't think that's going to help your brand. You're the guys paying the bills. You're the guys that got the answer to the bank manager, not your consultant. Their opinion, I promise you, doesn't matter. All that matters are the results that you get.
And again, I mean, we spoke earlier about like, why it's important to have a strong why, and this is it really. Like, no matter what you do, people are going to complain. Even if people don't complain, you're going to mess up, right? You're going to do things wrong. You're going to send an email out, it's going to have a spelling error. You're going to send direct mail out, and you're going to have the wrong postage on. Again, these are all things that we've done.
You might have got that letter.
Yeah. People, I mean, we sent out a direct mail piece that had some sweets in it, right? So it's lumpy mail, so you get it, you're going to feel it in the car. It's great, right? People got it. Well, we put the wrong post on it, so people had to pay to go and get this crap boiled sweet. We're just trying to sell to them on it.
Went down ever so well.
Yeah. So like, at that point, you've got two options. Either, I mean, like again, we got a lot of criticism. You either stop sending direct mail, stop doing anything, or you learn from it and you keep going. But
Intentional or accidental?
it was an accident.
But funny enough, someone said, is this way of getting my
Marketing,
attention?
yeah.
We got business from it.
And that's the thing, we got business from it. And one guy I rang up and I went, hi, this is Terry.
No,
He
yeah.
went,
It's a joke. Yeah.
He went, Terry? I went, yeah. He said, the guy with the posters, you knobhead. I went, I'm sorry about that. He said, I had to go back to the post office to collect this and pay for it. I'm paying for your marketing. I said, yeah, I know. Do you know what? We got business from him. Think about that.
And again,
Most
I'm not-
people would have stopped.
I'm not saying that you should do that, but like, yeah, you're gonna mess up. You're gonna do things wrong. You're gonna annoy clients at some points. You're just gonna make mistakes. You can either sort of stop, which is what a lot of people do, right? A lot of people who have sent emails in the past will get one sort of person come back to them and say, "Oh, don't send me emails," blah 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 blah, and then they won't send any again, right? But you need to be really attached to your why, really clear on what it is you want to achieve, to be able to push through, because shit will hit the fan, things will go wrong, and you need that thick-skinnedness to keep going.
Do you bother to respond to?
I personally find it therapeutic.
Yeah,
I like arguing, but like, yeah.
We love it. You complain to me, it's like, ooh. I absolutely...
If we're in the right, by the way.
Yeah, just love it.
You know, do you put things on LinkedIn?
Do we?
You do,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a rhetorical. So, you know, there's always someone who puts something on, like a troll almost.
Yeah.
But, you know, of greater or lesser degree. Would you get involved in a
No, we
public
don't.
nightmare?
No, we don't. There's a saying,
Because
don't...
you're just feeding it on you.
That's right.
And it's,
Yeah.
You know, but you might want to say, well,
Yeah,
But
no.
what you can, I mean, look, we've had a few, like recently one person said, we had a YouTube video where we were talking, similar to this, we were talking about marketing, and I was in the video and someone commented, that other guy on the left, which was me, he's just repeating what Terry says, like complaining, and then someone else said, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, he ruins the video, right?
At a certain point there,
we had an email that we posted on LinkedIn that was it was just after Prince died, and it obviously talks about Prince, turns it into a marketing lesson. Someone said, we shouldn't mention Prince because he's dead. We had again recently, we used the word again, it wasn't in derogatory, we used the word vagina in the email. A lot of people love, but again, a lot of people hate it as well. So you're gonna get it. People comment on the LinkedIn negatively. For every negative comment we get, every negative feedback we get, there's someone else who loves it.
but here's the interesting thing, sorry.
it gets people's attention, doesn't it?
Exactly.
That's
The one
thing.
where we use the word
One thing
vagina,
about not being talked about is that being, like, we don't
we got
wanna
more
say
shares
that,
and more
but I have to
retweets
say
of that blog than any other. We increased the number of leads that we generated. See, here's the secret. Here's the reason why clients aren't buying from you right now. They've never heard of you. And if you think you're going to get business from clients who've never heard of you, you're sadly mistaken.
You're listening to the Renegade Recruiter Unleashed podcast. For show notes, additional resources, and podcast updates, head over to www.therenegaderecruiter.com.
It really is as simple as that.
But just to go back to the original question, do we respond when people troll us? Again, if we've done something wrong, as in we've not put the right postage on an envelope, then you just apologise because it's your fault. If it's the case of it's just difference of opinion, right? Because maybe they don't like the use of the word vagina for some reason, right? Then you can use it as an example to your email list. Right? So we'd maybe take it and say, we had this complaint, blah, blah, blah. If you're offended by this sort of language, don't buy our programs, because obviously we're going to be on here, we're going to swear, right? So if people aren't going to be comfortable with that right from the off, they're not our ideal clients. So I wouldn't necessarily get involved in sort of an argument publicly,
No.
but you can use it and say, oh, this is exactly the sort of client I don't want. And then use it as an example, and then people on your list who agree with that person will unsubscribe. And people who don't will be like that, you draw them closer towards you, right? Polarization is one of the most powerful marketing tools you can use. Again, you look at Donald Trump, anyone really who's controversial, they might have a lot of people that hate them, right? And I mean really hate them. But at the same time, they've got a lot of followers, a lot of people that love them as well.
Now, as Drew said that, I'm aware it's created some discomfort in you about people that dislike you. You've got a choice. You can either polarize your audience, or you can just be vanilla and nobody notices you. Whatever your opinion of Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump, Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa was bad-mouthed because apparently some of her homes were used for other things. Whoever you are, somebody's going to bad-mouth you. Nelson Mandela was once a terrorist. Be aware of that. You can't be all things to all people. Now, I'm well aware that as I was saying this, it's created some discomfort. Again, you've got to be thick-skinned. You've got to be immune to criticism. And I do understand, by the way, the discomfort you're feeling right now. And we went through exactly the same thing. But we found that the moment we started to polarize our audience, the better results we got, the more leads we got. The guy that we were on his list, and he's very much pro-gun. He's an American guy, and he's always gone on about pro-guns and anti-abortions. And from a purely personal point of view, I disagree with everything that he says, but he writes some fantastic emails. And I read them, I share them with you, I share them. Absolutely brilliant emails. And I just think, you know what, I don't agree with you politically, but I love your copywriting. But that's all that matters. I buy his products. That's all that matters. It's that ka-ching. It's the money in your bank account.
And the only way you're ever going to attract the clients that you really enjoy working with. So again, sometimes it happens by luck and you just happen to get a good client. But really the only way is by putting your personality in your marketing. When you do that, some people aren't going to like it. They're not going to like what you stand for, your beliefs, your way of talking. They just won't. Not everyone gets on with everybody. It's just life, right? But there's no other way, right? The only way you're going to be able to attract the clients that you do want to work with is by putting it out there. Then you'll see very clearly, okay, these people like my style, like the way I do things. Some people don't, and then it's the ones who like it that you want to work with. Right? We're not for everybody, right? Even though what we teach is anyone can, obviously it's marketing, any recruitment company could use it to grow their business. Some people obviously aren't going to like Terry. I don't even really like Terry, right? it's just part of it.
He's Jess.
I'm not.
We talked earlier about beliefs, remember? And the limited beliefs that we all have. And do you deserve to be wealthy? Is it really okay for you to be rich? Yeah? Excellent. Yeah? It's your right. Yeah. But that's what you need to answer. And be totally comfortable being wealthy, being successful. Or whatever wealthy, whatever successful means to you. Or whatever rich means to you. And we talked about the millionaire, but it's not million per se. Whatever it means for you. I was reading somewhere that there are 500,000 self-made millionaires in the UK. 500,000. And I kind of thought, well, if there was one or two, you think, well, that's a bit lucky. 500,000 self-made millionaires in the UK. Why not you? But why not? And they're self-made. That's self-made millionaires. Makes you think, doesn't it? This is ever so important. There's the theory that check out your 4 best friends. Think of your 4 best friends look at what they're earning. You're typically earning the average of your 4 best friends. Who are you knocking around with? Surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, such as this group here, who have the same challenges, who are going to encourage you, is going to increase your earnings. Get help and support from a really good recruitment search firm coach. I mean, if you want so many details, just let me know. Seriously, be careful who you surround yourself with. You really want to be thinking about that and who you're sharing your goals, your aspiration with. And something I found, this is purely on a personal level. When I went off on my own into recruitment and I just share stuff with people who were still employed, I think it's fair to say the support I got or their opinions weren't particularly helpful. And I won't deny it, it brought me down. Oh, you don't want to do that, Terry, that won't work. And you know, you're taking a big gamble. And it did, it made me question things. But when you thought about it, and somebody said to me, a coach said this to me, he said, but think about it, Terry, if you go off and do well, what does that say about your friends who are employed and who aren't doing so well? So it serves them to try and bring you down a bit. And it was a real eye-opener. It changed my whole, just being aware of that. And I don't think they're consciously being malicious or negative, but that's what's going on with them. And you need to be aware of who you surround yourself with. Now, things such as we have an elite group, and you sit at the front here and you share your challenges. And one of the things we say is, look, we're not going to work with your competitors. If you join the elite group, we don't work with you and your competitors. You can share your shit, for want of a better word, and the other guys in the room can share with you how they've overcome those challenges. Can you see the power of that? Because it's fair to say, running the business is pretty lonely, isn't it? Even if you've got I know you two work together, I know you've got partnerships as well. It's still going to be pretty lonely, and most people just don't understand. But what if you could, every 12 weeks you could meet up and meet with like-minded individuals and you can share those challenges? It's extremely powerful. And the other thing it does as well, it gives you that accountability, because the way that the elite works, and the guys will tell you, you meet up every 12 weeks and you share with them what you're going to do in the next 12 weeks. Can you see the power of that? See, one of the problems that we have as business owners, we're not answerable to anybody. So you might sit at home, you say, oh, this is my to-do list, this is what I'm going to do over the next week or so. You don't share it with many people, you don't do it, nobody knows. Doesn't get done, you don't get the results, but hey, nobody ever knew. But imagine that you stand here in the front of the room, you're sharing with your peers, this is what I'm going to do over the next 12 weeks. So what happens is some guys say to me, some of our clients say, I'm bloody bricking it, Terry, we're meeting in 4 weeks' time, there's half a dozen of these things I haven't done. But guess what? They get them done in the next 4 weeks. But you see what happens there? Absolutely. It's a bit like, we've all been there. When you're going away on holiday, the week before you go away on holiday, you get more done that week than any other week. It's amazing, isn't it? You're like, I'm going away next week, I've got to get this stuff done. Exactly the same principle. And it just creates that accountability. Yeah?
Again, when we talked about the importance of being thick-skinned, and which obviously is important, but it doesn't matter how thick-skinned you are, the environment and the people you surround yourself with will always have an influence on your performance. Again, even personally, I notice that when I'm reading certain books or listening to podcasts from certain people, my performance in business is a lot better than when I'm not. Those of you in the room at this event, you will probably have when you leave on Friday, you'll probably have a sort of a spike in performance, right? You'll get into the office on Monday, you'll be really motivated, have lots of things you want to do, but it will gradually dip because you're no longer in this environment. And when we talk about this, people always tend to think about people, right? We're all sort of, if those of us that have children, we're all sort of cautious about who our kids hang around with because we know how much the influence can be. We perhaps don't pay much attention to, for ourselves though, like what influence do the people that we're around have on our business. But also it goes further than just the people, because when we say environment, we're talking about everything. Like for example, like how do you feel? Like, do you notice the difference? Like for me personally, do you notice the difference in how you feel when you've got like a messy house compared to a clean house, for example, or like a messy office? So you're talking about your whole environment that you put yourself in has an influence on your performance. So you want to control that. And again, for different people are inspired by different things. So for me, I know I perform better when I've got a clean office and a clean desk. I know I do. For you, it might not be important, but there will be things in your environment that influence your performance. So you want to make sure that everything you've got around you, the environments that you put yourself in, are driving you forward and not the other way around. Does that all make sense?
In my opinion, sometimes when we get bogged down in the stuff that, to quote you, isn't going to lead to an invoice, it's a form of self-sabotage. Tell me when you were at college, and I'm sure I may have, but this before the days of pieces, when I had an essay to write, got to get the desk tidy, I've got to sharpen all my pencils. By the way, I wrote with a pen, but for some reason I had to have 3 pencils there, and I did because I tidied at the desk. What's going on there? It's a form of self-sabotage. Once that's all tidy, then I'll start my essay. Bollocks! We all do it. It might be the kittens on Facebook, but we all do it at some level. Oh, I just do the VAT now, and yeah, but you're doing it during the day when you could be perhaps talking to clients. Yeah, I know, but it's got to be done. We all have that conversation.